So, I'm Anushka Agarwal. I'm currently a second year student at NLS. I'm also a mentor at Mentroid. So, making this video to precisely give you an understanding about what the CLAT paper would look like. So, this video is an overview of the pattern because ultimately you need to know the enemy in order to conquer it. So, let's begin. So broadly speaking, the CLAT exam is an aptitude-based exam, which means that you do not have a very prescribed syllabus that you need to do XYZ like we used to have in school. And second most important thing about the exam is that they also have negative marking, right? So you need to be very strategic about the questions that you attempt and the questions that you read. Third point being that it's an exam which you have to complete within a prescribed time limit, right? You will be given 2 hours to solve 150 questions. So this means that you need to be very efficient with your time management. Now let's move on to what the 5 sections of the exam would look like. For English, you are given around 30 questions. Now for this section, you need to develop 3 skills. First being your reading speed, second being your vocabulary, and third being your ability to comprehend easily. And these 3 skills, ultimately you will be able to develop with practice. On to logical reasoning. Logical reasoning, like English, has approximately 30 questions. For this section, you need to be well versed with the kind of concepts that you're questioned on. For example, you'll be asked questions about assumptions, inferences, strengthening the argument, or weakening the argument. This is a broad categorization. Stay tuned to know more about the kind of categories and what kind of strategy you can adopt to answer each of these. Being the legal reasoning section, which forms a major chunk of your exam, just like the general knowledge section. Now, legal reasoning has approximately 40 questions. What is required of you to score well in legal reasoning is to have a very broad and basic understanding of the 4 kinds of laws. First being constitutional law, second criminal law, third contracts, and fourth being the law of torts. For this, you do not need to worry a lot because you do not need to cram the concepts. You need to just develop a broad understanding such that you can answer the questions as and when they're asked. The section which forms a major chunk, which I personally was very afraid of, was the general knowledge section. Now, the issue that people face with general knowledge is that, oh my god, there's a lot to cover. But do not worry, that's actually not the case. What you will realize is that a lot of news is repeated day in and day out. What you need to focus on is the topic or the theme and not each news. Last being the quantitative aptitude section. Now this section has around 15 questions only, but do not underestimate the importance of this section to make or break your CLAT score, right? Do not leave this section till the end. What you need to do is stay consistent and keep on revising, keep on learning the concepts that are asked in quantitative aptitude. There are limited concepts at the end of the day. It's just the types of questions keeps on changing and expanding. So, in order to be able to answer questions that are asked in CLAT, which are based on data interpretation, first you need to develop a broad general understanding of the kinds of concepts that you are questioned on, and then move on to practicing the data interpretation sets based on these concepts. This is broadly what a CLAT exam looks like. So in order to know my section-wise strategies and to know further tips, stay tuned to the channel.
Thank you for watching. To avail personal mentorship from top NLU students at affordable prices, get in touch with us.